Come and high five me.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cooking with Andre. I've been keeping this wing above my head for the last 2 days, as you can see from that last video. And from the last one, we were trying to figure out the grey line between ground handling and flying. And we got 1 point above the line, but that doesn't mean the line is there. The line could be lower. So I'm going to try start from there and work my way lower and lower to see if we can find the actual limit. Kind of like finding a derivative, you know, you go closer and closer to the limit.
Gemma doesn't know what a derivative is.
It's okay, it's maths bollocks. And in the process, maybe some tips will come out about scratching, I don't know. This is all ad hoc, you know, we'll see what happens. So I started from there on last one, so I'm going to do the same to see if that still works, and then try to go lower. Nope. Well, that didn't quite work. It looks like the flight line has moved further up, probably because the wind's getting weaker. And if you don't know what I'm talking about by flight line, just check out the previous video. So I'm going to try higher. So that worked a bit too well. I got up straight away. So the line might be somewhere in between those 2 points. What I'll do to make it a little bit faster to test is go a little bit higher than what I think I need, get up, and then make passes where I'm lower on each pass, or trying to be lower on each pass to see how low I can go until I land. Doing a pass like that is not quite the same as taking off. Taking off wastes more energy, or you have less energy to start with, but it might be a little bit easier to start to test it.
Definitely up there. I think I get what you mean now.
Okay, so I didn't get what Andre meant at first, but I think what he meant was instead of landing and taking off at various heights, he's going to stay in the air, and when he gets to a certain height of the next level down, we'll be able to see whether or not he can get back to it. So just to save him taking off and landing all the time.
Lower than starting.
So that was interesting. As tips, I'll just say that obviously if you're in very light lift, it's important to have your brakes with a little bit of pressure on the minimum sink position, and that varies from wing to wing, but it's about pulling that much brake through on most wings. so that you can make the most of it. Turning in lift, when it starts to get really scratchy, turning in lift rather than when you go past the lift is also really good. And the last thing is about energy, because if you're holding your brakes and then you suddenly let go, you gain speed and you kind of do a pendulum. So at that point, you're able to be lower than what you would be taking off, because you carry more energy, because just after that point you end up coming up again. So I kind of cheated a bit where I got really low and still managed to get up, but it's because I was doing that. I was slowing it down, releasing, coming on the lowest possible point and then climbing back up. And it got really tricky at points, but it's a really fun game. I really recommend it. I think I'll have another go because this is that much fun. I think that's the best I can do. I had to work really hard for 3 or 4 beats before I actually finally picked up, and it's, yeah, the curve of lift with height must be something like exponential, because if you're right on the limit, it's just so hard to get up, and then after you pass that little point, it's just way easier. Anyway, as always, I want to thank all these people on Patreon for supporting these videos and the channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!